Good day, everyone. Today is Wednesday, 3rd of May. My name is Michael Florentiades. I'm the Chief Economist here at XM.com, and I'm here today for your European Open briefing. So, what are the main points you should know about? Basically, I think the market is waiting for the outcome of the Fed meeting later in the day, much later in the day. So, dollar is not moving so much. The Kiwi has rallied on some positive employment numbers and some good dairy prices the previous day, but it has since given up a lot of its gains. The euro is holding on to 1.09 euro dollar, that is, ahead of tonight's debate between Le Pen and Macron, the two second round candidates for the French presidency. And in terms of today's diary, we have the UK construction PMI, Eurozone flash GDP for the first quarter, US ADP employment numbers, ISM services, oil inventories, and of course the all-important FOMC statement. Looking at the dollar index, it has managed to post small gains. It has climbed above 99 once more, but limited movements. You can see very range-bound trading within narrow ranges, relatively speaking. Previous day's data, we had vehicle sales. They missed estimates. They came in at 16.8 million versus 17.1 million expected. That is annualized vehicle sales from the US. And we are waiting for the Fed statement tonight. The Fed is not expected to change rates. The market is still expecting a June rate increase, but I think there is some risk around that expectation. We'll have to see what the Fed is saying, and maybe there could be some moderation in those expectations if the Fed acknowledges some of the recent weakness we saw in the economic data or puts in some uncertainty. We'll have to see about that. Now here is Kiwi. You see the sharp jump after the employment numbers, but it has failed to rise above the 69.70 level. It has given up a lot of its gains around 69.40. So what happened to the Kiwi? Firstly, we had dairy prices yesterday. They climbed strongly. The GDT price index was up 3.6% from the latest bi-weekly auction. Secondly, we had a positive employment change in New Zealand. Total employment was up 1.2% in the first quarter. This was versus 0.8% that was expected, and the unemployment rate dropped sharply. It fell to 4.9% from 5.2% rate previously. On to the euro, which, as we said, is basically waiting for tonight's debate between Macron and Le Pen. I think there is generally bullish sentiment around the euro and around Sunday's election. Macron win is widely anticipated, but we have the latest rally capped at 1.0936. So I think the big question is, will the anticipated Macron win lead to a challenge of 110? I will remind you that 1.0950 is the 5.5-month high. So we'll have to see, is a possible Macron win totally discounted, or if it comes to fruition, will it push the euro even higher? I think these are the big questions right now for euro traders. On to calendar. As we said, the New Zealand data definitely very strong, except maybe for the labor cost index. So good news all around for the New Zealand economy. We have the German unemployment more or less steady, what is expected. UK construction PMI expected to drop a little from 52.2 to 52. And of course, the flash GDP of the Eurozone, 0.5%. That's quite strong, actually, quite a strong quarterly rate. Then we have the ADP national employment number at 175,000 versus a very strong number the previous month, 263,000, and a small rise expected in the ISM non-manufacturing at 55.8. Please keep in mind, though, that manufacturing PMI on Monday missed estimates by a large margin. So if the ISM non-manufacturing confirms that, it could be a signal that not everything is in top shape in the US economy, but we'll see about that. This is just a survey, a sentiment survey to look out for. Of course, we will also have US oil inventories, and later on, towards the later half of the US session, we will have the Fed funds decision. As we said, no change expected. The Fed funds rate is going to stay between 0.75 to 1%. And I think the statement will be absolutely key in assessing whether or not we will have a June rate hike. It could be helpful and could give us some hints on that. So, thank you very much for watching today and have a great day.